Hey, Bo, can you hear anything? Oh, yeah, you can. You can. You can. Oh, you can't see me. Shit. Whoopsie. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the last stream in Phuket. Unless my car crashes and I end up staying. But, but yeah, sorry. Yeah. Hi. So, this is the last stream in Phuket. A lot's been going on. Lots been going on. Yes, hi Byron. Yeah, it is. It is the last day. Um, there's a bunch of topics I wanted to talk about. Uh, so much has been happening, and wait, I'll just put. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people are gonna chat, but I'll put that up here somewhere just so I can see. Uh, yes, Byron, last day in Phuket. Hi, Diego, if you're still watching. Um, it has been an intense decision-making process, but I quit my job at BISP on the 12th, and and I started my own company called Zosma Productions, and something I'm really proud of, and something I think is gonna be amazing. It's gonna be big. I'm really excited about it, and yeah, that's about it. Okay, bye. Just joking, joking. So, so yeah, there's been a lot of hacking and a lot of decisions being made. I do have a bunch of topics I wanted to talk about while I'm dismantling the computer table and the office chair. So cleaning up my studio as much as possible. Tomorrow the cleaning lady comes and the landlord's gonna show up, I think, and that's it. I'm gonna drive to Bangkok. Then Byron, I would have really loved to see you one last time before I leave. I'm not sure if that's possible at this moment, but we have technology. I'm pretty sure we can figure out a way to connect that's not face to face in a coffee shop that sells horrible coffee. You liked it. I remember you liked it. I did not, but I still appreciate the tea though. Let me get my charger. So obviously this thing is called NewsViews. So let's do at least one piece of news apart from the fact that I'm leaving. And Cook is gonna be really sad without me. But that was bound to happen. Um, so yeah, Phuket's reopening, dude. Phuket's reopening. Thailand is reopening to the rest of the world, and let's see what actually happens in terms of um, COVID cases and everything. I am genuinely scared. You know that there's going to be issues in terms of new cases and a whole lot of COVID cases. I suspect. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. I've been right about shit most of the time. So yeah, there's that, and while Thailand's reopening and it's really good news for a lot of people, let's just hope and pray that it does not turn into bad news for a lot of people as well. Just because, you know, we're not done with the pandemic. And if in the middle of talking or right before I start talking, I think I missed the message. Yay, good going. There you go. Okay, it's working. Oh, that's, yeah, it's not working. Okay, you're back online. Sorry, I just moved my computer just a bit and the LAN cable shorted. Whoever the viewers were, I'm sorry about that. Anyways, so like I was saying, the Thailand is reopening. That's good news for a lot of people. That's really good news for people in Phuket, cities in Thailand that actually rely on tourism a lot. Places like Phuket, Samui, a whole bunch of places. So it's good news for vendors and shop owners and company owners. The only problem is that the pandemic's not over. We are not fully vaccinated here. I am. I know a bunch of people who are, but there are people who don't want to be vaccinated, for one. And secondly, we are about 10 to 12% people all over Thailand that have been vaccinated. So COVID can still spread around, but obviously money talks, and people all over the world are concerned about money more than health. I said this a long time ago, I'll say it again, that if you have a life and you don't have money, you can still figure something out maybe. If you don't have a life, then money doesn't matter regardless of the case. So yeah, let's hope that people have not made stupid decisions. The first is tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of traffic. I'm a little concerned about the traffic because I will be driving to Bangkok. That's a 10 to 12-hour journey in my own car. So I will be streaming from the car from time to time. I might have a friend with me. I'm not sure. Try and convince her. She's not going to say yes. It's too long. And I just met her. So there's that. Anyways, so coming back to Zosmart Productions. There's a lot happening. We've done a few, my team and myself, we've done a few productions right off the bat, which was amazing. Those videos are almost ready to go live on Facebook and Google. So we do Facebook ads, Google ads, YouTube ads, video production, marketing consultancy, strategic marketing plans, different things like that. So if you actually want to do that, if you want help, if you want to pay for my services or our services, you will see a website very soon. Everything's really, really fresh right now. So I have not done anything. I just made sure I have a tax ID and I'm fully legal, work permit, visa, all of that stuff that I have to do now myself through my company. I will be doing that. So yeah, there's that. So coming back to the next topic number 2, my vacations. So as soon as I left the ISP, I had 2 weeks of vacations, and I decided to actually take them, use them. I relaxed by the beaches. I made a whole bunch of new friends, new contacts. I made decisions about leaving Phuket or not, staying in Bangkok, and moving to Bangkok and working from there. At the end of the day, I think Bangkok is the way to go because it's a fresh new start. I would love to start streaming from there as soon as I possibly can before the new year. the plan is to work the company, do live streams, up the production quality to some extent if I can. And Bangkok is really fast paced. Phuket is the opposite. You need more than 1,000 baht in your brain. Okay. Don't know what that means. Never mind. So yeah, Bangkok is really fast paced, and I think for a fresh new start, for a fresh new company, Bangkok is the way to go. Lifestyle is really fast, everything's quick, and people will actually pay for 50,000 baht videos instead of asking you to make 50,000 baht videos by giving you a free meal at the restaurant. That stuff does not make sense to me anymore. It never did, but I didn't have a choice, and now I do. I'm free to make my own schedules. I'm free to decide who I want to work with, and let's see what's going to happen. So Smart Productions, I've already introduced that. I'm not actually doing what I was supposed to be doing, so I'm gonna start doing that while I talk. There you go. So the first thing is dismantling this and dismantling the cable then. How do I do this? And in case you feel that the sound of my voice goes a bit and you'll see me doing like that, it's because I sparred with my trainer. I did a Muay Thai training session for a challenge for a month. It was fantastic. Shout out to Dark Horse Muay Thai. The trainers there are amazing. The people there are amazing. There's a training gym. There's a weightlifting gym. There is a bar there, and there's also a small restaurant, like a whole cafe thing. It's completely family, man. So if you have a chance, I would suggest you try Dark Horse, and see what it does for you. Hello to the two viewers watching. We are talking about random shit today. I'm gonna try to keep the stream as long as freaking possible. I've charged 3 batteries, and I have somewhere to be tonight, so I'm gonna try to. Okay. We might have a few pretty guests tonight as well, if you are going to be off late. And they can sing, they can dance. This is not gonna be a request show, just so you know. So yeah, my trainer actually hit me here during a sparring session that I was asking for. I asked him for a sparring session. He kept on saying no, and then he said okay, and I missed one blow. I missed blocking at least one blow, which hit me under the boob, and that hurt like a bitch. And yeah, that's why I can't breathe right now. It might be a broken rib. I'm not sure, but whatever happens, happens. So let's talk about, what was it to talk about? So yeah, I wanted to talk a bit about entrepreneurship in general, having your own business in general. Let's start talking about doing that in Phuket, or sorry, doing that in Thailand. Doing that in Thailand. So it's always it's not a taboo topic. It's just people are shit scared of doing it because they're like, how will we pay all these fees and this and that, and they're always worried about this shit. But here's the thing though, it's very, very doable. If I can do it, I'm pretty sure a lot of people can. If you have access to an accountant or a lawyer, you can just go to them and they handle basically every single thing. If obviously the lawyer is an English speaker, that's a huge plus. I know 2 different lawyers and accountants. So if you would like to ask for advice, do it. I already am mentoring 2 friends of mine who actually want to start something on their own, and they're too worried about paperwork and stuff like that. But trust me, my accountant took care of every single thing. had to visit her maybe a total of 5, 6 times, and that's a very small price to pay for something that massive, something as massive as, having your own business and your own schedule and shit. Like, holy crap. Who knew? I've been in Thailand for 6.5-ish years. I've been in Phuket for that exact same time. This is the first time I'm actually venturing out to live elsewhere. And Bangkok is the place that I've chosen. I have already given you the reasons why. It's fast paced, it's a lot of business, a lot more money everywhere. So that. Who's watching? Um, so accountants. I'll tell you the payments I've made, and then that would actually help. So if you're watching, you want to start a business, take out a piece of paper and a pen, pencil, and just note things down. I'll give you ballpark amounts because honestly, I don't exactly remember exactly, what each thing costed me. I've obviously written it down somewhere, secretive, but I'll just talk about it off the top of my head because this is supposed to be a chill stream. It's not supposed to be something I'm really want to focus on right now. So I paid you pay a total of about 75,000 to get your work permit, your visa. If you're taking over a company, 20,000 for a name change. And if you're leaving a job to do this, then you just have to talk to your HR. Be nice to them, just because they can help or they can screw around with you. And my HR was absolutely lovely. So hats off to BISP HR. You guys did a fine job talking to my accountants. And getting shit done. The future of this channel. That's the next topic. I believe I'm going through topics so fast that they're gonna be lost. And I'll be quiet for 2 hours trying to take apart this chair and the table, but I don't care anymore. I really don't. The thing about the fast-paced life of Bangkok is something I've experienced over time. I want to see if anyone can hear me properly. So Facebook and just whatever I'm. Yeah, you can hear me. You can hear me. As per schedule, I'm so happy that it's actually raining on my last day in Phuket because the rains in Phuket are something that I've always appreciated. And it's nice and cool. The aircon doesn't need to work full time, so that's good. Um, when it comes to needing the fast life for a while, so what does that mean for people? What does that mean for you? So if you're not lazy, then write something in chat about that. But I'll tell you what it means to me. Living the fast life in Bangkok, to me, means that, you don't have transport issues. Um, you can meet a lot of people. You can be happy about the fact that there's a public transport system, which in Bangkok is amazing. They've been talking about something similar, somewhat similar, for the past 30 years about in Phuket. That has not come into fruition. I don't think it's going to come into fruition just because Phuket is not made that way. So I just think they try to announce it every few years just to, I don't know, make somebody happy. I do not know who they're making happy, but it's definitely not the residents because the residents are always pissy about, that not actually happening. Coming to the topic of residents, I also believe that a lot of Phuket residents, and obviously my friends, people I know, they're not like that. So keep your pitchforks down, people. Um, there's cat here in this. Yeah, so good news. I'm gonna see my cat tomorrow. Super happy about that. I haven't seen him for 3 months. He's with one of my friends in Bangkok, but I was supposed to pack alone. And do a bunch of things. So I asked my friend to take him, and he did. So yeah, you will see Billa very soon. He didn't die. Thank you for asking all these months. But yeah, he was just not here. We were separated. I took him to counseling as well. We went to counseling. He loves me again. He remembers me. Needing the fast life in Bangkok. So Phuket comes as like any other city, any other tourist city. Phuket has its own sets of problems, right? Now here's the big problem. Everyone's too chill in Phuket. Everyone's too chill. Camera didn't that. Okay. Everyone's too chill, which means that they're too fucking slow, which means that if you want to get shit done, sometimes it does not get done. It's really annoying. Hey, dude. So yeah, when you're looking for projects in Phuket, you sometimes you have that crazy energy and you go like, yeah, 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 I want this, I want this, I want this. And you take that energy, that crazy amount of energy, and you take it to the shop or a business. And they go like, nah, not right now, we'll do it later. You're like, but what about all these plans that I've made? I'm so excited and I can change your life and your business can be amazing. I can market for you, I can make videos for you and different things like that. And all they say is, no, not right now. Very. Here's a funny example. I'm not gonna name anybody or specify locations because, you know, everybody knows the guy as well, and I'll just embarrass him. But I went to this guy who owns a hotel, and I was like, you know, you don't have any customers right now, so I want to help you, and I want to help you by marketing for you. This is my fee, but I'm not gonna ask you for that amount. I'll do it for free. Now, is that a good deal or not? And I was like, yeah, if you start getting contacts, sorry, if you start getting, customers, regular customers, who specify that, they have gone through a Facebook ad that I personally made for you, then I would like commission. And I went so low. I'm not gonna specify the amount, but I went really, really low for the guy. I was like, I just want to work with you. I just want this experience thing that everybody's so happy about. And that guy just went like, no, I don't want to do it. And I kind of backed off. I was like, okay, tell me why. Like, why don't you want to do this? It doesn't make sense to me. And he just went like, I don't want to do marketing because I don't have any customers right now. That's just the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And that's the dumbest thing anyone's ever heard. Like, you don't want to do marketing because you don't have customers. What the hell does that even mean, dude? Because at the end of the day, you're not going to have customers if you don't do marketing. So you do marketing for customers, like to get more customers or to get customers in the first place. And yeah, that was the end of that conversation. That was the end of that entire project. Thank God I didn't spend time on it. I did spend a few nights thinking about it. But this is the mentality I faced in Phuket, where people don't want to pay for something that they know works just because they don't have the expertise and they don't know if it works or not. Yeah, they just end up not wanting to do marketing. They don't want videos done, different things like that. It's just really sad, really. But that was the story of me. One example of mine where people literally don't know what marketing is, and they don't want to use marketing to get customers because they think that the only time you're supposed to do marketing is when you have customers. That just doesn't make sense to me or to any person who does marketing, even knows marketing 101, it wouldn't make sense to them. And this is yet another reason I've been wanting to move to Bangkok, because the mentality in Bangkok about getting stuff done is different from, what's in Phuket. Now, I don't intend to completely bitch out Phuket. Phuket's freaking amazing. There's so many things. And clearly, if you don't have a job and you have enough money to survive without a job, it's amazing. There's all these things you can do, and you can go to beaches, you can meet a lot of people in different places, you can go to bars, you can go to clubs. Clubs have been shut for a while, but when things are open. So much to do in Phuket. There's surfing, there's skateboarding. A friend of mine and I, we went for skateboarding and in Pata, which it was a beautiful sunset, man. And it was a really hot day, but the sunset made it completely worth, setting your balls up for like 4 hours. But it was nice. I showed her a place I had discovered, bunch of different things like that. All in all, it was a good time. So much here. The future of this channel. The future of this channel. That is something I want to talk about. I have a feeling I'm going to start a separate channel for Zulfan Production. but I don't think I really need it. I'm probably just, yeah. I already had the handle, but I'm confused as to like what kind of content I put in it. Um, but the future of this channel, there's a lot. Hey, Anne from Switzerland. The future of this channel is basically I want to I want to ride my skateboard in Bangkok in the traffic to go from one place to the other. Electric skateboard. I want to do drone shots in different parts of the city. I plan to get a high-rise apartment, so I want to fly the drone from there. Maybe it'll crash, I'm not sure. Um, I want to make a lot of videos in terms of vlogging. Um, and one thing I'm really, really excited about is interviews and video podcasts. So I talked to this lady named Abel in Phuket, and she's lived in Phuket all her life. She's from Hong Kong. She's very, very cool. She's a motivational speaker. She's big on women empowerment. She's big on equality. She is a businesswoman as well. Um, there's so many things that she has achieved in her life, and I want her to be on my video podcast every week or every 2 weeks, depending on whatever our schedules allow. And I want these to be scheduled video podcasts. There's another guy named Chris. He's a really good businessman, and he just started his new business related to operations management. So he actually called me a few weeks ago, and he wants to do a video podcast with me as well. And so I'm thinking, I want to be able to talk to these people constantly. I like talking to people. I think they come up with really interesting content. And eventually, the plan is to, get an editor to edit, short snippets of these interviews and actually put them out on YouTube. So that is overall the future of this channel. I know I have not uploaded too often in the past, but again, that all comes back to having my own schedule, which now is a possibility. And it's an unreal possibility, to be honest, but it's something that's happening, and this is something I'm really looking forward to actually, you know, diving into as soon as I get into Bangkok. So, first order of business in Bangkok, setting up my own studio there. That is the main concern of mine. That's something I'm really looking forward to. Oh, Tony. So yeah, Abel, Chris, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's happening. We're gonna be talking about a whole bunch of stuff, and hopefully entertaining you guys. Hopefully getting into some deep ass shit, like deep conversations about depression, about racism, about so many things. So that is one of the things I'm really excited about, having my own schedule now. This one topic that's pretty unpopular in my country, for example, we just don't talk about it, and the topic is depression. I didn't mean to sound cryptic, but the topic is depression, and it's something that a lot of us go through. I know. The problem with depression, though, in a lot of Asian countries, is that families don't acknowledge that it exists. families don't acknowledge that there's a problem with their kids or their spouse or something like that. They don't think it exists, and they just want everybody to go along with shit until something really crazy happens. So from those of you who know me, you know I've been through some shit. And and I had to hide from everybody, even the closest of my friends. I had to hide from them the fact that I was getting therapy. How fucked up is that? Like people you've grown up with, you can't choose your parents, right? That's what they say. You can't choose your parents, but you can choose your friends. And that makes it's supposed to make everything better. Apparently, it doesn't, because in Asian countries, and before anything else, this is not an attack on my parents. They're freaking lovely people. They raised me in the best way they knew how. This is not an attack on them. Uh, I do feel that they were not able to support me through depression, because they just didn't know. They didn't know what to do. They had not had that experience before, and they were confused. What pissed me off, or what pisses me off, is that what pisses me off is the fact that my friends who grew up with me and knew exactly what was going on with me, they didn't acknowledge it. And when they didn't acknowledge the depression, it made shit even more worse, even more bad, even worse. Can you imagine like being that alone? Or don't imagine, it's a fucked up thought. But being that alone, that your closest friends who know exactly what's happening, they don't acknowledge your depression. That's messed up, dude. That's really, really messed up. I'm gonna do an Insta story about this. Um, Live streaming now on Facebook and YouTube. Um, Dismantling the chair, which has already been done. Now I'm supposed to dismantle the computer table, and that's it. So yeah, that's something I still am obviously very upset about, but thank God I mean, and I was watching this podcast the other day, and the person was talking about how depression doesn't completely leave you, and I believe that 100%, because there are times when I'm completely happy, completely 100% happy. And then all of a sudden, there will be this stupid thing that would happen. There's some idiot would say something stupid, or it would be a bad day at work, or you just like snap out of happiness, and all of a sudden, life is shit all over again. And that's the issue. That's the main issue. Like, people don't understand depression, and then they're not able to do much about it. There are obviously YouTube videos and so many things you can actually watch to 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 understand it. But then when you actually talk to people, when you tell them, hey, um, can you learn about this? They go like, no, 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 we're really busy. What the fuck are you so busy with? I've had uh, really crazy busy days where I did not know what the hell to do. And I wouldn't have time for even eating. But then I would still have time to do a million other things. However, when people are given the task of, learning about some problem, they're too self-obsessed. They don't want to do it. That, oh, we're busy with the kids, we're busy with the wife. Stupid shit like that. I truly believe that if you are that unorganized, that you are making the excuses of having a family to not be able to do other things, uh, you probably should not have gotten married. Um, you probably should have just, fixed yourself first before you thought that, hey, a partner would be a great idea, or 5 kids are going to be a great idea. I've known people who I've known people who did not have money to buy food, but they wanted a baby, and they did. They got a baby. When you don't have money to feed yourself, why the frick are you getting a baby? Why are you having a baby? It's these things that don't make sense to me. Um, but unfortunately, that's just how the world works. You can't really do anything about it. You can not do it yourself, but then you become orchestrized. Why do I use this word? You become like a you become a leper. You basically become somebody who should not be in those circles anymore, because you're pointing out the facts, right? And they're false, basically factual false. You're saying that you're telling them they're wrong, and obviously people do not like to hear that they're wrong. So what do? They tell you to fuck off. Um, but I think the main thing that what people should be doing, to be honest, is they should be acknowledging their faults, their mistakes, and they should be like, okay, we've heard it. Now we're gonna see what we can do about it. But people don't like that either. I mean, it's great. There are success stories for when people actually do that successfully. They acknowledge their mistakes. They acknowledge, excuse me. They acknowledge their shit, and they go like, okay, we are doing something wrong. We need to fix this. Okay, and it's those people at the end of the day who are successful, happier, and just making the world a better place around them. They're not burdens to the society anymore, because they have taken the personal responsibility of fixing themselves, and not everybody does that. I'm gonna start on the computer table. I don't know if it's gonna shut the screen. Here I go. And then during this whole conversation, let's not forget the religious crazy. No issues with religion. Everyone who has whichever religion, they're obviously, they don't need my permission. Feel free to do whatever you want, to believe whatever you want. Unless you're making other people's lives a living hell, which a lot of people are responsible of doing as well. But the religious ones say shit like, God's gonna take care of everything. I don't need to. Yeah, but you need to. It's really obvious. They basically give these people, religious nuts, they basically give the entire responsibility of having a normal life to their God, and then they just depend on God entirely. So you fix it. They're basically telling God to fix the mess or the messes that they have actually made. Which, in my opinion, is pretty self-centered. Like, that's like, well, yeah, let's not talk about it. But you can't possibly think that your God has so much time to deal with your petty shit while you simply don't care about what you're doing. You get what I mean? Hello? Let's talk about depression some more on the last day. So I want to cover this topic separately on a screen. But let's give you a snippet of what I've gone through. It might help somebody. And this is a story, by the way, that none of my parents, none of my siblings, I mean, they saw everything happen. But none of them really understood it. And like I said, it's not their fault. It was never their fault. It's just they were dealing with something. They were seeing something that they did not know anything about. And so what did they do? They did the best with the knowledge that they had. And sometimes their advice was not the best. But like I said, my family is wonderful. They did not intentionally try to screw me over. That would make them a horrible family. They just worked with the knowledge that they had, the experiences that they had, and tried to deal with it. And to all my siblings, right now I would say, thank you for trying. To my friends, thank you for trying if you did. But like I already told you, younger people understood my situation more than older people. And still, they did not really help. They did not really help. They could not help. And that's how everything was dealt with. So what did I go through? So there was a little bit of stupid heartbreak that I'm not going to get into now, because this is about the journey out of depression, not why I got into depression. And how I actually got out of it is actually a pretty amazing story. And I think that is something that could really, really help somebody. I was constantly obsessed with the idea that I'm going to have a perfect life and I deserve to have a perfect life and there's no reason I should not. So I started thinking about this very idealized situation in my head, that this is how I want my life and nothing else. And I'm not going to technically, quote unquote, take no for an answer. And then what happened was, obviously, I was not supposed to have that life, like at all. I was supposed to have a different life. That was close. I was supposed to have a different life, right? Now explain that to somebody who's obsessed with an idea in their head that that's just not acceptable. You can't. And people told me that all the time. People told me that all the freaking time, that you need to understand that if you can't have this thing in your life, just let it go, let it be. I said, no, I wanted like a stupid, spoiled kid. But the difference was of them telling me and my therapist telling me the same, was that everybody around me was like, you'll get over it. It doesn't matter. This is not something that's gonna, take at your brain for a long time. You'll be fine. They were dead wrong about that. However, my therapist was like, you're not gonna get it. Just like your family told you. But I'm going to help you get over it. I'm going to help you not get over it. Sorry. I'm going to help you get over the idea that you've made in your mind that you can't live without this particular thing. And how to do that is accept the fact that there are some things in life you're just not going to have. It can be a Lamborghini, it can be a supercar, it can be a house, it can be a wife, a girlfriend, a kid. The problem is that we don't want to accept that we might not get these things in our lives. And that is where the problem lies. Because as kids, we're basically given everything, right? Mom, I want candy. I'll get it. Mom, I want uh, a remote control plane, an RC plane, helicopter. I didn't get the RC helicopter though. I remember that. It was 25,000 rupees in the 90s. That's expensive. But as a kid, you're basically spoiled. Now, for example, parents will let, oh, everybody in my kid's class has an iPad, so I need to give my kid an iPad. But you don't. You really don't need to. You want to, because you have no fucking idea how to actually raise your kid. So, what do? They rely on material objects to raise their children. And holy shit, how fucked up is that? Well, I knew this girl once. She used to cry all the time, freaking adult, crying like an idiot all the time. Was not going through depression, by the way, or I wouldn't call her an idiot. She was just really spoiled. But every time, and this was a rich girl too, but every time as a kid she had a problem, her dad and mom would buy her shit. Buy her a new laptop. Oh, she's pissed off because we didn't cook her favorite meal today. We buy her an iPad, she'll be fine. Like I said, they were rich, so money was not an issue, right? But the toll it took on the mind of that woman, because she eventually turned into a woman, was just horrible. Because she could not function. Imagine this. She could not function in the real world because the real world asked her to do shit. And she used to just cry. As a 32-year-old adult, she used to just cry. And the problem was that she was surrounded then by people who knew this. Her friends knew this. And guess what they did? They started buying her shit as well. All the freaking time. So, that's about it. I think I managed to disassemble the chair, what's it called? The table. Mistakes that I've made. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe for all the things I will do for you. gonna grab no beer in a bag. will go off. Should be able to hear me. Beautiful voice. You can still hear me, right? You can still hear me. So here's a public service announcement. Oh, I'm blue now. There you go. Anybody have pissed off in Phuket? Hey Karen. Hi wife. I saw Byron's left ages ago. Here's the public service announcement. I think you can hear me now better. Karen, if you can't hear me, let me know. I just wanted to say anybody have like managed to piss off in Phuket, my apologies, Kator Cup. I think I've been good. I've been a good kid, mostly. But yeah, like if there's been any problems and stuff, just reach out, bitch me out, if you want. But it's been good in Phuket. It's been definitely good in Phuket. It's changed my life, man. I was in ruins when I was leaving Pakistan for Phuket. Um, I'm doing so much better now. I might have a broken rib, but yeah, I'm doing much better now. To everybody who I'm not gonna say it. For anybody who has issues, just reach out. We'll talk it out. You know, that's what adults do. That's what normal people do. So that, but it's been a good run in Phuket. This live stream's gonna go on and on. By the way, I'm gonna make it go as long as freaking possible. But we have talked about the reopening of Thailand. We've talked about um, depression. We've talked about Zosma Productions, talked about marketing and blah blah different things. We also managed to disassemble the table and the chair, the other chair. This is the landlord's chair, and yeah, that's about it. You get to enjoy the if you don't get rain in your country or wherever you're watching from, Wahid. Um, it's a nice weather. I'm going to a party place with some of my friends tonight. That'll be exciting. Yeah. Karen's being a pain. Karen, you're being a pain, but I don't need to sing. Karen, let's go to Phuket Town. Are you still on stream? Let's go to Phuket Town. I haven't been there for a long time. Okay. Okay. Um. Okay. What? Okay. Karen's watching. Yeah. Um. I'm gonna continue to stream outside and bring a bunch of stuff downstairs. I'm packing my car up downstairs for the drive tomorrow. Like I said before, it's gonna be a 10 to 12 hour drive. I'm gonna leave here something around the evening time from the Dark Horse, and after that I'm gonna stream all the way. I'm gonna stop streaming every time I want to listen to songs for an hour or two because and that's the reason I don't have any music here on this stream because every single time I do, it gets copyrighted. Even the non-copyright music got copyrighted. I don't know what the hell was up with that, but yeah, enjoy the rain. I love you. No, let's not do that. nothing much to say. There's just so much happening. Let me do a let's do an Insta story on this for no reason. Because hey, that's what we do. We do shit for no reason here. Live streaming. Oh, my sister just missed. Live streaming. See, there's the computer, monitor, and computer. Random shit. The kitchen collection. That's good. Oh. Great. Let's put this on screen. Hopefully, so this is my sister. Um, it's really funny. Like she told me yesterday, last night. Yeah, she told me that that my dad used to say that Zoe is covered in shahid, which is honey, and basically that I attract a lot of people. Like I have a lot of friends and stuff like that. So this is what my so I messaged my sister. I was like, wait, I'll just play that. So curious. I'm so curious. Last say the Shahid thing. I'm so very curious. Could you please tell me? Could you try to figure it out? So this is her response.
Maybe. I remember it was a while ago, and he was talking to someone in front of me only, and he was actually praising you, saying that you're very friendly and how everyone loves you. And he's like, I think he was saying that at the airport, so many people had come to say bye to him, and he has shared, like, we always tell him that everyone just flocks around him all the time. But I honestly don't remember how long ago that was. I think it was a while ago, probably a year or so ago, because
Soon
we haven't
enough.
been socializing much, so it has to be before the pandemic. That's for sure.
Thank you, sis. I love you so much. So yeah, apparently, like, yeah, my dad likes to say that I'm a social butterfly when I'm not in front of him. When I'm in front of him, he says, "Do not keep too many friends." Uh, it's just funny family thing, I guess. Um, I'm dyeing my hair blue, like a dark blue. Can I find the? You see this? Wait. You see this? Something like that, but darker, like much, much darker, like midnight blue kind of thing. And but not all of it. Oh, this is sexy, dude. Yeah. So I'm dyeing my hair kind of blue, and I'm gonna like it's kind of gonna be like streaks and shit, so you can't really see it unless you really concentrate. It's just something I want to do to mess with people's heads. Um, I have not gotten any nods for this idea, but yeah. That's about it. Going to possibly Phuket Town tonight with some friends. I don't want to stream from there, but I'll do something from there. Maybe just share a bunch of stories, that's all. This story sharing thing is actually really interesting to me. Hey, Pin. This is what my one of my nephews looks like. And not like this, but his head's like, covered in hair. Um, a shorter version of this. I just realized, by the way, I've been packing the car and the computer's still here. Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to take I'm not sure how to take the screen, and I mean the computer is not gonna break, but the screen I'm worried about. Like, what do I do with the screen? What do I do about the screen? Hopefully my dad doesn't watch the stream. He's gonna kill me if I do have hair like that. So yeah, things are still happening. I'm still packing. I'm definitely going, but the time that I'm going, I'm confused about. Like, what time I'll be going, I'm not sure, but I'll figure that out tomorrow morning. Robert, you have met him before on stream. Robert's going to be coming in. He's gonna, to have a coffee or just chill out and stuff. So, because we haven't met for a while, so we'll probably do that. Um, hey, Umair Tariq, it's been a while. Holy shit, Umair Tariq's a blast from the past. Um, So yeah, like driving to Bangkok, not morning, but afternoon or late afternoon or at night. I'm just not sure yet. When I do find out, I'll do a story, and we'll try to figure it out. Omer, how's things going? I can't ignore this. Omer, can you comment? Can you say something? How do you like my hair, Omer Tariq? He's run away. That scared him off. It's probably the hair. Um, but yeah, we'll figure some shit out. Until then, let's I'm gonna load up the car a bit more with the seat, the office chair, and the desk stuff, and see what we can do. Pretty eyes. Yeah. God damn. Um. Take me today. Take me tomorrow. God, Nick is a shit again. This thing's so bad. So, Thai people who watch this, tell me something. I'm not the biggest fan of Thai food. I know I'm in Thailand, I should. I am not. But I still eat Thai food whenever I want, whenever I feel like it. The question, the question I have is, why does some of the food smell so bad? I mean, one thing is squid, if you have the dried squid, it really stinks, it really bothers me. Number two, lemongrass. It messes with my stomach. Always had the runs after that, so I don't eat that. But like I wish you could smell this. It's really, really, really bad. And they have an exhaust fan. The exhaust kind of pushes air to the house behind it and my house as well. So I don't understand why it stinks so bad. Like, what the hell can you possibly be cooking? I'm not used to pork much, but pork does not smell that bad. I've cooked bacon in college and stuff. I've cooked pork also in college. It didn't stink so bad. So yeah, it can't be pork. It can be something else. I just don't know what it is. If there's anybody who knows what it is, please let me know. But yeah, we have a friend Maisie. She's singing at Long Bar tonight. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to go there, but for anybody who doesn't know what the hell to do on a Sunday night in Phuket, go to Long Bar. She has a beautiful voice. She has a really, really beautiful voice. Totally worth it. And she was kind enough to once, I think last week, she asked me if I wanted to request a song, and I had this song stuck in my head, and I thought of the lyrics, and I put them on Google, and I realized it was Margaret Trainor's uh what was it? I'm Gonna Lose You. And she did such a sweet rendition of that song. It was heartbreaking, man. Heartbreaking. But yeah, Long Bar is freaking awesome. It's called Long Phuket, I think. Yeah. Um. Yeah, I'm gonna continue packing the car. So you know how you don't have, when you're unorganized at the moment. Got my right side. When you're unorganized like I am right now, you don't have everything ready. So what do? You take an empty box, you start throwing shit down there. Trash. This would probably be good. It's really interesting. It doesn't have batteries right now, but it's this is a hand not a hand game. What is it? It's a game from the 90s, late 80s, early 90s, and this is Super Mario Brothers. And when you open it, check this out. You open it like this, and that's how you play, right? I got this from back home because no one was gonna use it. And I'm like, this is probably gonna be worth something major eventually. It has these batteries that's needed. So if anyone's watching, if they know the worth of these, please let me know. This is gonna be awesome if it actually works. Um, like this is Popeye, right? I still can't say Popeye properly. And look at this. It's like this is the screen and this is the reflector. So you look at this and then you play it like this. It's freaking awesome. It's hurt. Not clean anymore. So yeah, I'm taking this shit. Now to the other room. since I have day, me how my last day in Phuket was. Um, so I mean, I could message her. I'm gonna message her, but or I'm gonna see her tonight. But you know, that is a good question. My last day in Phuket has been filled with pain because of the rib damage, whatever that is. I still have not put my finger on it. Dr. Google says that I have a fractured rib, a fractured rib, and it's gonna take 2 weeks to heal. So I literally can't do anything but be in pain and just eat right and drink a lot of water, drink a lot of nutritionist shit. So there's that. Um, um, I've told Jay that I'm answering her question on live stream. Um, Holy shit, she just got a job in Naihan. Dude, that's freaking awesome. Dude, that's awesome. Naihan's one of the best beaches in Phuket, and having a job there, that's freaking brilliant. I'm so happy for her. She was so worried. I'm so happy for her. Last day in Phuket, apart from the pain, it's been hectic. It's been stressful because I literally had not packed my car up at all. The computer and the monitor is still here. A lot of electronics lying around. I need to chuck all of that in the last second because I want to see maybe I can do a stream with a couple of friends tonight, later on tonight. But I don't know if they'll be up for it, if they'll be up for it. Um, but yeah, so there's that. Additionally, uh, it's I'm not sad about leaving. Wherever I go, I don't miss the place as much as I miss the people. And there have been some people that I've met in the past full 1 month. So here's what happens. I'm about to leave somewhere, leave for another place, and I think this happens to a lot of people, by the way. I'm about to leave for another place, and I'm moving, and then I just stop giving a shit about anything, like what I look like or what I feel, what others feel, what others look like. I just start socializing with everybody. And then, I eventually end up meeting a lot of good people who are good to talk to, and, we have fun together. And then all of a sudden, you know, it becomes too much. Like, I get too attached, and then I just don't want to leave. And the decision, here it is, the decision of leaving Phuket was made when I realized I'm not needed here. Now that sounds a bit sappy, but seriously, like, I didn't feel like yeah, I can't say this shit without mentioning names, and I don't want to do that. Um, but I felt like, I can do better for myself. So yes, I have to be selfish, and eventually you have to be selfish, and you might unfortunately hurt a lot of people on the way. But if they're worth it, they're gonna stick with you. Yeah, and I mean, if you're worth it, they're gonna stick with you. If they're worth it, thank you, Clay, for this. If they're worth it, they're gonna stay with you. Basically, they're gonna stick around. They're gonna support your decision to do something bigger and better and greater. And if that means moving to another country, in this case, moving to another city, that's just something that you need support in. And yeah, and I'm pretty sure 3 months down the line, I realize, I'll see this, firsthand who actually stuck around, who actually did not, who actually, went like, okay, you moved, it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm happy for you. And that's, I think, really, really important. It's like people, um, being happy for your success, for people being happy for your success is something that's really, really important. Not only to me, but to everybody, basically. And I think that's really important in society, where you actually go like, okay, you're doing this, good job, like, just support the person. You don't need to, like, fish them out. You don't need to be like, oh, if you were here, we could have done that. Okay, if I was here, you would have done that. But what has been happening up till now? There are people who have unfortunately told me that, don't go, we'll figure shit out here. But then I've been here 6.5 years, man. We didn't figure shit out. So why all of a sudden can you just figure shit out? And it's really sad, and it's really unfortunate, but that's just something. That's something I've been thinking about for 2, 3 days, very, very deeply. That's something I've been thinking about very, very deeply. That I've shed fucking tears. I've made selfie videos of myself just to, look back and see, what actually I was thinking at that point in time. And I think that's really, important to know where you've come from, and what your journey has been. And nowadays we have, I know this is a good camera, but nowadays we have phones. It's just really, really easy to record yourself and make that and document that. And you don't need to post it. Like, I haven't posted what I'm talking about yet, but I told a friend of mine that I'm probably gonna post it 6 months down the line, if I do things, decently, and I'm happy with where I am, and what I'm doing at that in 6 months. I'm gonna post it, because, in my opinion, it's really, really, really important for people to acknowledge both aspects of it. When you were down and when you're up, both aspects need to be documented. Both aspects need to be shown to the world, because what happens is that, you only see the success stories, but you don't know what the hell they've gone through. And most people are ashamed of it, and it's really unfortunate, but people are ashamed of it because they don't get the support from other people. They go like, oh, somebody so and so who doesn't give a fuck, who doesn't pay my bills and stuff, is going to, like, judge me. They're gonna judge my face. They're gonna judge what I'm saying. They're gonna make assumptions and come to conclusions on my character and stuff like that. And unfortunately, that's just the world. But you have to look past it, and you should go like, this is not something that should matter. I have to book the Paki restaurant for my friends, and I ask if they're going to stay open till late, if they can stay open till late.
हेलो
अस्सलाम, तैमूर भाई बात कर रहे हैं?
जी जी जैद भाई तैमूर भाई
कैसे हैं आप? नहीं नहीं, कोई मसला नहीं है, कोई मसला नहीं है। मैंने आपसे पूछना था कि आज रात को मैं कल दोपहर को बैंकॉक जा रहा हूँ। तो मेरे दोस्त बोल रहे थे कि पाकिस्तानी रेस्टोरेंट में जाते हैं खाना खाने रात को। तो तो वो थोड़ा सा लेट हो सकता है, तो मैंने आपसे पूछना था, आप लोग आज रात को कितनी देर तक खुले हैं? आई थिंक आई थिंक आपकी टाइमिंग 10 बजे होती है ना। आई थिंक 10 बजे के बाद आ सकते हैं, लेकिन ट्राई करें कि जल्दी आ जाए। अब मैं आपको आधे पौने घंटे में बता दूं, कंफर्म कर दूं? ठीक है। थैंक यू सो मच। हाँ, मैं बस आधे पौने घंटे में बताता हूँ। कोई 6-7 लोग हैं मेरे ख्याल में, या ज़्यादा भी हो सकते हैं, आई एम नॉट श्योर। तो तो हाँ, मैं उनसे बात करके आपको कंफर्म करता हूँ। ठीक है, थैंक यू सो मच सर। Charity. Yes. Oh. Shalimar restaurant. Really nice place. It's the only Pakistani restaurant I have found in Phuket in freaking 6.5 years. And it is ridiculous how cheap it is. And it's really, really good. Total recommendation on that. If you want, it's near, it's in Talang. Before, much before Talang, um, it's near both Lagoon and Cookout. It's near BISP, but yeah, if anybody wants it, Shalimar Restaurant. They have one branch in Phuket, and sorry, in Patong that they're gonna open up again. It's a 250 seater. It's a massive place, and they have a bigger quantities, and it's more expensive. But these guys were like, okay, Patong's screwed, so let's do some smaller thing, and they did it in Cookout, and thankfully they're keeping that open, and it's got slightly smaller portion sizes, but and the prices are cheaper, they're lower, but it's really good food. Every single person who's eating there has like really been happy with it. Um, yeah, we were talking about Phuket and last day in Phuket in general. So yeah, I mean the last day in Phuket has basically been, we have been, I have been thinking a lot about people, about places, about work a lot, and I reached out for help. I asked for help, which is also something people don't do. They should do. I reached out and asked for help, and I asked people like what their opinions are, and some of my really good friends in Bangkok, who used to live in Phuket, they're like, dude, you're thinking way too much. Just go. Like, just come to Bangkok. We'll take care of you, which is absolutely sweet of them to say. But it's just something you gotta do. You gotta take the leap. So when I actually came from Pakistan, that was a massive, massive leap. I did not know anybody, like literally anybody in Thailand, and I just dropped in and I was like, okay, let's see what I can do, and it's been good. It's been fantastic. You know, made some changes in my life. Did some big things for the companies I've worked for. And yeah, I think it's time to move. It's time to move for newer experiences, different kind of lifestyle, a more active lifestyle, if you may. And so yeah, it's the last day Phuket Jay has mostly been um, contemplating and thinking and trying to meet everybody I know. Um, I'm going to travel back and forth. Everybody knows that. So it's not like I'm really leaving, but I'm going to base myself in Bangkok and see what happens there. I keep on looking there because of the screen, by the way. So you want to see? I can't move it. Screw it. But yeah. Ugh. Shit. kids. Wait, it was nerdy kids who did. I think Jack Black also did a movie where he had a mushroom cut. Looked pretty dopey. Not dope, dopey. That's what that looks like. Now it's a bit better. Um, this has been fun. I am going to now move the computer downstairs. I don't think I have time to stream anymore tonight or tomorrow. So this is it. This was nice. I don't know how long this was, but it was nice. Jesus. Take care of yourself, Phuket. The next stream is gonna be from Bangkok. And I love you. Take care.